Hello everybody and welcome to Fresh Trends. Social media reactions to Shepherd Bushiri's demand for an apology from the South African government for his alleged wrongfully arrest have ranged from mocking him to some being supportive. Users have taken to different platforms to express their opinions, with some suggesting a documentary should be made about him and it should be titled The Biggest Christian Scammer, highlighting the controversy surrounding the money he allegedly took from his followers. Comments such as "he is very convincing, that's why innocent people gave away their pension monies to him" reflects the disbelief and anger some feels towards Bushiri's actions. Another common sentiment expressed is a desire for Bushiri not to return to South Africa, with one user stating, "Please don't come back to South Africa. We are dealing with a lot as a country." This indicates the frustration and additional strain his presence could bring to the nation.
If South Africans, government officials are human, this message will haunt them. If they are human, let them apologize, at least on this name that we store money from South Africa at our personal capacity. At least that they must create. We don't have to use courts for them to compensate us and clear our names. We are still in the courts. We are continuing the courts. But I'm just commenting only on what happened today in the court. I'm not going to comment on other things because I don't want to actually interrupt the cases that are there that we have not heard in the court.
Shepherd Bushiri, a self-declared prophet and leader of the Enlightened Christian Gathering Church, alongside his wife Mary, is currently involved in a legal battle regarding their extradition back to South Africa. Having escaped from South Africa in November of 2020 after being granted bail, they face charges of fraud, racketeering and money laundering. In a recent development during a court appearing in Malawi, Bushiri claimed that the South African government tampered with the evidence presented by advocate Zibongile Mzinyati. He strongly denies taking any money from church members. Instead, he is maintaining that he and his wife used their own funds to refund members who lost money to a fraudulent forex trading company. He went on to accuse South African authorities of xenophobia and jealousy. He claims that his fast-growing ministry made him a target, and here is what he had to say.
So today, we were in the courts of Malawi and the South African government officials were here. Biggest consulting firm known as the KPMG. This evidence from the world's biggest audit firms, KPMG, that states how the Bushiris took money from people. But when we open that document, it actually says Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife never benefited from any money that was stolen or taken by the Rising Estate. What is the Rising Estate? Rising Estate was one of the forex traders that actually came in our church and took money from our members to say they would trade it for them, over 106 million rands, and they never gave back the money to our people. What did we do? My wife and I took over $5 million at that period, which in today's current value, it must be over 90 million rands. And we began to pay our members because we didn't want our members to be victims. What did South African government do? They come and arrest me and my wife. Yet, my wife and I had opened a case against the Rising Estate for stealing money from our members. Today, the on-audit report shows my wife and I never took any money at our personal capacity. And who did they sue? They sue us at our personal capacities. Is this justice? Doesn't this justify of the unfair treatment we were suffering in South Africa and we would suffer if we would be there? We're here to expose more things tomorrow in the courts and show them that actually they did all these things because I'm a foreigner. I was a foreigner in South Africa, and also that my ministry was growing too big. And this was part of xenophobic, jealousy, and more other things. More above, extortion of those crooked police officers who wanted 10 million rands from me, which I never bowed to give them. And if I gave them that money, I wouldn't be in Malawi by now. I wouldn't be in the courts by now. But I said no to corruption. I stand by my dignity and I abide by my values.
Despite the ordeal, Bushiri has stated that he forgives the South African government, but he demands an apology for himself and his wife, stating that their names should be cleared to correct the humiliation they have suffered. While Bushiri has received a number of criticism, he has held a number of faithful supporters who thanked him for opportunities such as employment and stand by him, emphasizing their belief in his innocence. Some they went on to say, "Don't worry my guy, we trust you. You are innocent, but stay there. We love you more when you are that side." Or, "Before I forget, thanks for the tuck shop employment where I was selling drinks and tea." Another one went on to say, "Indeed, they must apologize. Problem is people tend to believe whatever social media is feeding them, and now that he found not guilty, indeed they must apologize. I confidently and unapologetically stand with Major One, Team Bushiri all the way." But in such cases, we see the powerful role social media plays in shaping public opinions on legal matters. Such platforms can become arenas where accusations are made, support is formed, and individuals are tried in the court of public opinions long before any legal verdict is reached. Legally, every individual is believed to be innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Public judgment, especially prior to the conclusion of a legal process, can preemptively condemn individuals without a fair trial. Social media has blurred the line between public opinions and official legal outcomes. While it offers a platform for freedom of expression, it can also lead to trial by media, where the intensity of the public sentiment can overshadow facts and evidence. The question arises whether public judgment on such platform is an exercise of free speech or an unjust form of social discipline. But in conclusion, with all the talks and feelings around this, the smart thing to do is to wait and see what the law decides before we pick a side. Fairness comes from looking at the facts and following the right steps. We need to be patient and not rush to judge until we know all the facts from the legal process. It's important to be fair to everyone involved and let the truth come out through the right procedures. So let's be patient and wait for the law to make its decision before we make up our minds.
I stand by my dignity and I abide by my values. I say no, and nobody is going to get my money through another means. So to all of you who are watching me, I want you to know that God can fight for you as He has fought for us. You see more drama, but I want you to know this. God is fighting for us. It's not lawyers. Who are lawyers? It's not them. We're using them because they know the law. They have to interpret the law. But what is happening in the court is typical the hand of God working.
That's all that we have for now. Until the next time, please do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Peace.